In this course, we'll be covering connecting over with your thumb and under with your fourth or third fingers, and playing and learning how to play a one-handed scale. We'll be learning about oscillation, that twisting of the arm or rotation of the arm that we do when we play the thumb every second note. We'll be learning chords and arpeggios in inversions, and moving on from that to develop our next step in left-hand accompaniments. We'll be doing a little bit more complexity between the two hands, and also learning about how to muffle, how to stop the vibrations on the harp, something we haven't talked about until now. Right there, as I felt my weight coming into the joint. Don't think of it on the string, on your fingertip. Think of it in that joint. That's where your control comes from for your dynamics. Feel it in terms of weight rather than pressure. And leaning with that weight on it, and you fall past the string. On the third finger, feel a little weight focusing down into that joint now, and fall into the hand. Little weight, because we've got our arms nicely up, there's a gentle flow all the way down from your shoulders to your finger knuckle. Let that weight release into your hand. Now place your fingers again and feel that weight flowing down from your shoulder all the way down through your springy wrist into your thumb joint, and release it over and let go. And this is how you're going to develop not just louder playing, but a fuller tone. Sometimes I tell my students that opening your thumb is like opening your mouth wide when you're a singer. In choirs, they're always telling everyone to open your mouth wide, and it's because this is relaxing the jaw. This is our jaw. The thumb is, and this action here is our jaw and how we speak and articulate on the harp. Quite easy to grip your whole hand and play really strongly. You can feel really strong if you do that away from the harp. Now, grip all your fingers, so they're going to be really, really strong, and you can feel how immediately your wrist tightens up and your fingers are no longer independent. It's one unit. Babies are really good at that. They've got very strong grips and it all works at once. That's a safety mechanism. But on the harp, we need to learn how to get that strength on each individual finger, so we retain our beautiful swing, which we learned about in our first step, and our springy wrist, which we'll need for our wrist and raise action. And if you play a chord up here, for example, play a nice loud chord at your harp, and then place your hands to muffle on the lower strings. Can you feel them all vibrating? That's the sympathetic vibrations that are started through all of the soundboard vibrating, and it carries through to the whole harp. This gives the harp its richness, but it also means that we need to clean it up sometimes. So the sign for this, watching the oscillation in slow motion close up, thumb closing, following through, opening and leading yourself back, and noticing how the wrist stays in and stable at each step of that way.